In this video, we're going to show you how we fixed this dumpster rental Google Ads campaign and took them from 17 leads in 1 month all the way to 70 the next month. And we're going to show you why this happens and how to fix it if you're in this situation where a campaign was doing pretty good and then all of a sudden it tanked. So the first thing here is that our client was targeting all of Clearwater and St. Petersburg in Florida. You can see all this blue section right here. And they were doing pretty good. There was just the first couple of months with us. It wasn't out of this world, but it was doing pretty good. And they wanted to expand and increase their service area for dumpster rentals. So what they did in February of 2025 is they included all of this area for Tampa. And you can see it's a big area. So they had basically $50 a day for these two regions in Florida, and the campaign tanked. And this is why Google Ads is not going to be able to spread that thin budget of $50 a day across all of these areas, especially when Florida is already competitive as it is. Cost per clicks in Florida can range anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks per click for dumpster rentals. And if you're going to tell Google, hey, I want leads at this price, and I only got $50 a day to play with, go find them for me in this big of an area, you do not want to do that. If you want to expand, and it's an area like this where, you're targeting a huge area in Florida and there's different populations here and different demographics and everything like that, you definitely want to separate out different campaigns. So in an ideal world, in a perfect world, we would have two campaigns here. We would have one for this area and then one for Tampa. Or we would even have three potentially. We would have one for the St. Petersburg area and then one for Clearwater and then one for Tampa. The reason for that is that you can have three different landing pages for each area. One that says for St. Petersburg area, one for Tampa, right, in the headline, and then one for Clearwater. So those people in those areas know that you're talking directly to them. All your ads can be centric towards that location, and it's just a lot easier for Google to find leads for you at whatever price you want them to. So that's the first thing that we did to fix it. We reverted back to Clearwater and St. Petersburg only, and then leads started to blow up and got a whole bunch of leads, and they told us as the agency, never listen to us again. Just keep doing what you're doing. Eventually we will go ahead and create a new campaign for Tampa, but right now we just want to stay where we're at and continue to dominate this area. So that was the first change that we did. We narrowed down the locations because, again, if you don't have that big of a budget, and even if you do, we don't recommend this big of a campaign. We recommend splitting it up into different campaigns. Now, the next change we recommend is that if you're not getting traction on your Google Ads campaign, it might be because your budget is too low, but you also don't want to increase the amount you're spending. So what do? So let's look at this different example from a different client where the average cost per click is around $11 almost, right? And let's say you only have a budget of $33 a day or $1,000 a month. What would you do? You want to change your ad schedule from 24/7 to 5 days a week. Because, for example, if you leave it like this, $11 almost, if you're basically getting only 3 clicks per day and then your ad stops showing, right? 3 times 10 or 11, that's $33. Your ad stopped running after someone clicks on your ad 3 times. That's not good, right? So you're going to go to your ad schedule and then you're going to change the times here and make sure you're going to go to your ad schedule and make sure you change it to Monday to Friday like we did here. Now they do $75 a day, Monday through Friday. But for example, let's say we have this little prompt here. I'll leave it in the description. What you're going to do is tell Google, hey, I'm running 7 days per week with the current daily budget of $33 per day. I want to change it to 5 days per week. Please calculate the new daily budget, but keep the weekly spend the same. You can just type this into Google or ChatGPT, whatever. The new daily budget will be $46.20. And therefore, because you have this bigger daily budget, you get more clicks per day, and that's more data and more of a chance for somebody to give you a call or fill out a form. And that's what we did here with this other client. They weren't getting much traction. We increased their budget, their daily budget, to $75 a day, but only run ads Monday through Friday. So if you're not getting much traction, it might be because it's just too expensive, but you don't want to increase your budget. Go ahead and do the Monday to Friday change. So the next few things you can do to optimize your dumpster rental Google Ads campaign is to look at the following things, which is locations, ad schedule, and audiences, okay? So all of these little things under audiences, keywords, and contents have bid adjustments. And basically, if you go to your campaign and then go to locations, for example, look at the locations report here, you can see all the different locations we're currently targeting. And then you can see how many leads are coming from specific areas and what they cost. Now, obviously you need to have your conversion tracking set up properly to see this. But for example, in this county, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, you can see that we have different amount of leads coming from here and what they cost. Now, for example, if there's one in here that costs too much, we can go ahead and decrease the bid in that specific area by certain percentages. That's something we want to do over time. We don't do this every day. It's every quarter we do this, but we want to definitely not bid as high in areas that aren't converting and bid higher in places that we always convert, right? So definitely want to do that. You would do the same thing for audiences, ad schedule, and device bids. So you would go to when and where ads showed, and then go to devices here. And then here you can go ahead and see, okay, mobile phones for this ad group is doing really well, right? They're converting at 24%. Let's increase the bid here. Same for computers. Let's say computers wasn't doing good, right? Or as good. You can decrease it for desktop bids or mobile bids. So you can go ahead and do that for devices, ad schedules, audiences. You would go ahead, you can look at age, gender, household income. You can increase the bid there for all those different types of factors for your Google Ads campaign. So if you go ahead and do that, you change your location, make sure you're not targeting somewhere too wide. Make sure you change your ad schedule if your budget isn't too low. Change your location bids, your device bids, ad schedule bids, and audience bids. You're going to have a really well optimized campaign. Now, we do that all for you here at Dirty Job Marketing. To learn more about our Google Ads program for dumpster rental businesses, then definitely schedule a free discovery call. The link will be in the description. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.